Hey, child-free besties, Happy New Year. I'm Dr. Angela L. Harris, the visionary and founder of Bibs Burps Bottles, where we empower, celebrate, and highlight African-American Black child-free women to live their best child-free life. Now, what are you doing in 2025 to make your life great? I know everyone has the resolutions and the goals, and I think that's awesome, but we truly have to be intentional on how to make our life better, how to make our life grand, how to make our life great. So I have a few things I want to share with you as a child-free individual and the founder and visionary of Bibs Burps Bottles on what I'm doing to make my life better, to improve my life, and overall make my life great in 2025. So stick around. So this is what I'm planning to do to make my life great in 2025. I want to be more intentional on engaging with you. I've been doing this thing for quite some time now, and I love connecting with people who follow me, not only on this platform, but other social media platforms. But for me, it's about going beyond just a comment here or a comment there. And so what I mean is that I don't take you guys for granted. I am so humbled and quite honestly, so blessed to have so many child-free sisters and others follow Bibs Burps Bottles. I get DMs, emails, comments. I get a couple of trolls every now and then, but it's important that you know that I appreciate you. I appreciate every like, every comment, every share, every save. But this year in 2025, to make my life great, I want to connect with you. So I welcome more emails. I welcome more DMs and questions. But more specifically, I want to tell you about the coaching that I do. So if you are just like, how do I do this child-free thing? How do I talk to my mom that she's never going to be a grandmom? Hit me up, info@Bibs Burps Bottles. Leave a message in the comments because I want to be more intentional on going beyond social media and truly getting to know you. I've been blessed to know some people who have come to our in-person events, those who have attended our virtual events, and it's so good to say, okay, not only do I know this person because they follow me online, but I actually have developed a relationship, a connection. So that's the first thing I'm planning to do to make my life great, is not just saying, oh, I'm the visionary and founder of Bibs Burps Bottles. Follow me, follow me, follow me. And yes, I want you to follow us. But more specifically, I want you to know that I'm humbled and I'm blessed and I don't take you for granted. And so I want to connect more with you. The second thing that I'm planning to do is that I want to talk a little bit more about me, the person behind the brand. I know sometimes it could be a really difficult balance to share about yourself personally when you're an entrepreneur. And I know some people tell all their business. You're not going to get that from me. You're not going to get that from me. But I do want to let you know a little bit about Angela, Dr. Angela L. Harris. And so how I plan to do that is to let you know about the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, the trials and the tribulations, the wins and the losses of not only what I go through personally, but what it takes to really continue to keep this movement forward in regards to empowering African-American Black child-free women to live their best child-free life. An example of that is there's some times when things are really hitting the fan for your girl. I don't proclaim to have a perfect life, and I'm not saying that my life is also in the gutter, but let me tell you, there are some times when I'm like, how am I going to do this, right? How am I going to keep building? How am I going to keep growing? How am I going to keep putting money and investing in me and this brand when sometimes that's not being flipped over, right? And so I want to be authentic. I want to be real. I want to be transparent and honest and letting you know a little bit more about me, letting you know the trials and tribulations of my health and wellness, letting you know the trials and tribulations of some of the things that are happening in my family and how sometimes I have to post and sometimes I can't post because I'm taking care of loved ones or I'm handling business in regards to my family. So that's what I mean by making my life great. I feel like if you know me a little bit more than beyond the post that I put here or the podcast, it will hopefully allow you to say, okay, she's authentic. She's just not blowing smoke up our behinds. She is actually pretty much every day trying to grow this community organically, because I feel like if you can connect with me and I can connect with you on, wow, this job is really getting on my last nerve, this unexpected expense came up, and although people want to make it seem like child-free individuals have just income from all over the place, it's like this bill or this emergency, right? So that's another way I'm going to be transparent and making my life great, is connecting more with you by sharing a little bit more about who Dr. Angela L. Harris is. So another way in which I'm going to make my life great is I want to take more risk. And I know a lot of people talk about risk taking, and what does that truly mean? I know it's individualized, so my risk taking is going to be vastly different than what your risk taking is. But I know as a child-free individual and a person who is a entrepreneur of a small business and a community that I'm trying to grow organically, I need to take more risk. I know sometimes I operate in a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of fear, because I'm like, okay, if I say this, or if this video blows up and goes viral, I got to expect the negativity and the trolls in addition to the positivity and likes. But sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to keep quiet on that. So many of you DM me things in regards to articles and other videos, and I want to respond, but sometimes I think I'm in my head too much out of fear of, if I make a response video or if I say this or that, how is it going to be perceived? I'm kicking that out of here. I want to be able to say, you know what, if I'm intentional, if I really think about what I want to present, I got to stand 10 toes down in it. So that's what I mean by taking more risk. Not only taking more risk in regards to how I respond to other comments, other videos, but even the ideas that I have in here and the ideas that I have here is, are people going to like that? Are people going to want that? Are people going to buy that? Are people going to understand this? Sometimes I just got to say, let me be creative. Let me take the risk. Let me put it out there. And guess what? If it flops, it flops. But you know what? I will never know if it's going to be all of that in a bag of chips if I actually don't act on it. This ice water with lemon is so good. Okay. Another thing that I'm doing in 2025 to make my life great is I want to be unapologetic about my solitude. Now, this is to all my introverts out there, as well as my extroverts. Just be you. I know that often I say on this platform, be bold, be confident, be you. I want to continue to step in that, continue to stand in that, continue to grow in that. So what I mean by that is I like being home. I also like going out. But I enjoy this couch of mine. I enjoy living and dwelling and relaxing in my new home. I enjoy my couch. I enjoy watching TV and all the good shows like Law and Order and Martin. And sometimes people may see that as, you are boring, you don't have a life, you don't do anything. Guess what? I don't have kids. I don't have a family. I can lay on this couch and binge watch everything I want because I have nobody else to answer to. Now, I do need to balance that with, I have things to do. I don't want to procrastinate, but I'm going to stop saying, oh, I didn't do anything this weekend. I didn't go anywhere. Guess what? The where is here. The where is my couch. And I do plan to be intentional about making more connections in Charlotte, North Carolina, going out, seeing what's out there. But again, I also believe staying home and relaxing, it saves money. I feel safe. So I'm going to be unapologetic about being a homebody. I'm a homebody, but I also like to engage. If you want to go out every night, every weekend, so be it. My introverts, if you want to stay home every weekend and relax and play Scrabble and be on YouTube, be on social media, be on your couch watching Netflix, so be it. Be bold, be confident, be you. Another thing that I'm going to do to make my life great in 2025 is to share more about the power of minimalism. So for those who don't know, I'm a minimalist, and I started practicing minimalism in 2017 when I moved from Ohio to North Carolina. And I read Marie Kondo's book in regards to decluttering and organization, and personally and professionally, it changed my life. Now, I'm already just my DNA. I actually am very organized. I like order. I like things to be neat. But to take it up a notch, it really was about how can I live an abundant life with less. Now, personally, I don't have a lot of little trinkets. I don't have a lot of clothes. I don't have 50 black jackets. I don't have 80 pair of jeans. And if you do, so be it. Again, this is about being bold, being confident, being you. But this is what I want to do in 2025 to make my life great, is to educate and inform other people about what it means to practice minimalism, what it means to declutter, what it means to get your house in order. Walking into a home full of chaos and mess, I think we need to do better. I think we can do better, because when we live in chaos, that tends to impact our mental health. I want to share how I live with you. So there you have it, all the things that I'm doing in 2025 to make my life great. Some are small, some are big, some are in between. But guess what? I'm more curious to know what you're going to do in 2025 to be the best version of yourself, so that you can continue to live your best child-free life. So please, if there's anything that resonates with you, anything that you're like, I'm doing that too, put it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. So we're going to get this thing popping already in 2025 by engaging. So I said I was going to take more risks, put myself out there. So here it goes. So I want to give away one of our hoodies. This is one of our original OG hoodies. If you can see it, woohoo! So if you make a comment in the comment section below, I'm going to do a random drawing and you will be contacted, and then I will reach out to you, chat with you hopefully for a little bit in order for you to get this hoodie. Welcome to 2025. Thank you so much for following our YouTube channel. Information is in the comments and in the show notes. I can't wait to see you. And as always, womanhood is not synonymous with motherhood. Stay tuned for the next video. Happy New Year. Peace.